women who have access to CHIPS compounds, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. The next NDC government will commence the establishment of market and transport station clinics to provide basic health care for traders, passengers, drivers, and the general public. Minyanimo asantifo, Maame Papa Mahama can say, Sena Baimba, obeye market bia, obeye clinic woho. Na clinic no, ebe boye emanu. Anase ukodija obema wo clinic a wudu dwom na wo yemu ye wo ya ye bema we draw free. Ose market bia e wo Kumasi ha tisia ne market na minua bema mpoboye na clinic ni wano obeye clinic amamu na mwapo mu dinsem no wa hyemu kina. The next NDC government will introduce the Oniado on Onupenia mobile medical and dental services. The next NDC government will be the government of the people, for the people, and especially the women of our beloved Ghana. I will end by reminding all of us of some key dates pertaining to women's health. International Women's Day is on March 8th. Women's Health Week is May 10th to 16th. World Menstrual Hygiene Day is on May 28th. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October. Cervical Cancer Awareness Month is in January. In conclusion, let us all work together to create a world where women can thrive, free of health disparities and societal barriers, to build the Ghana we want by resetting Ghana for jobs, accountability, and prosperity. Thank you. God bless us all. Minyanuma santifoya damwasyo. Nyamisha munina. Na omaye apomuje. Na omaye nkwatintin. Medamwasyo.
Choboy. Eyezu. Abusiafo. Yamami Grace. Ayezu Prof. Nyamisha obebre. Sabre. And Semda Obekachaye, John Dramani Mahama dear, ono ye the nation builder dada. Ezu Sabre Nipa Edru Sono, Eye Yeni Aye Mame Lamisi Mavis Abapili. Ye Mame ye former General Secretary, Ghana Union of Professional Students, Social Entrepreneur, Participants, Ghana Stanford University, overseas. A member of 2023 Escort of Federation Young Leaders Program, spokesperson on jobs, NDC 2024 Manifesto. Eyezu, Sabre yefa dede ya ene sembo, efensha yeni ayadi enina, Mavis Lamisi.
Ship minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit.
Thank you so much. President John Dramani Mahama. incoming Vice President, Professor Naana Opoku-Agyeman, our very able women organizer, Dr. Louisa Hannah Bisi-Ukote, policies. 2,154. No, I'm not talking about the amount of money that has been stolen from us. No. 2,154 is a year. The UN Women reports that it will take about 130 years for us to achieve gender equality when it comes to positions of power, higher positions of power. That is what the UN Women report says. 2,154. After 130 years, where would you and I be? 130 years. This is not because we don't have competent women. Come on, look around you. Nananom are here. Our very able women are here. Look around you, look at yourself. This room oozes of competence. It's not because we don't have competent women. We have competent women. So why do we have to wait until after 130 years? 130 years before we can achieve gender equality when it comes to attaining the higher positions of power. No. We don't have that time. Which is why our incoming president says he is holding the hand of Professor Naana Opoku-Agyeman. That seat, that high seat, a woman must sit on top of it. Yes. Whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not. Come January 7th, we will have a female vice president. Inshallah. Now, like I said, let's speak policy. The NDC has always been a party of brilliance. There's no doubt about it. Today, you hear a lot of professors speak. You hear a lot of brilliant young women, like myself, come to this podium to speak. So we've always been a party of brilliance. That is why we speak policies. Now, the problem of the 130 years, there are two schools of thoughts. One school of thought says that we should allow women advocate for themselves. They don't need to be supported. The other school of thought says we need to handhold women because they have suffered years of marginalization. And if you have a president who in 2019 went for a conference in Canada and he told the world that the women of Ghana are not dynamic enough to hold power. The women of Ghana, you and I, are not dynamic enough to hold power, which includes his wife and his children. We are not dynamic to hold power. Then what sort of a president do we have? Do we have a president that supports women achieving the higher position in power? And if you have the opportunity to vote for a man who is hand-holding a woman, a competent woman as that, don't you admire Professor Naana Opoku-Agyeman? Please, don't you admire her? If you have a man who is hand-holding a competent woman and taking her to the Flagstaff House, which of these people would you give your support to? Come December 7th, it is a choice for women, people who support women, a party who supports women, a president who supports women, and a party you already know. You already know what Arthur Kennedy told us when the choice for President Kufuor to pick Hajia Halima Mahama came up. We already know. But when our president, incoming, chose Professor Naana Opoku-Agyeman, present not once, twice, presented her to the party, we said yes, it is time for the women. It is time for the woman. The time is not tomorrow. It is now. Women, the time is not a decade after today. It is not after 130 years. A woman must be at the table because a woman knows a woman. She will speak for us at the table. Not only is President Mahama promising us a woman vice president. Minyanom, President Mahama is telling us that if when he becomes president, come January 7th, amongst his appointments, 30% will be women. A minimum of 30%. Let me just explain this. Maybe we didn't get it. 100 women. If we have 100 women, 30 of them, minimum, will be appointed from the women. Is this not exciting news enough? So when we get to the ballot come December 7th, and we are given the opportunity, President Mahama, my mothers, my sisters, my aunties have brought me here to tell you that because of your commitment to women, come December 7th, we would also show our appreciation. Come January 7th, January 8th, when you give your speech, you will not forget that women like my mothers, my aunties, myself, the young ladies stood up and fought and said, our time is now. We are with you. December 7th, we will show you why we are with you. Thank you. Show you why we are with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Lamisi Apeliba. We're moving on very quickly through the rest of the program. Next, we have a speaker who is also a professor. NDC, we didn't come to play. And she's a professor in the biological sciences. I'd like to plead on our vuvuzelas because the message is important. So while the person is speaking, kindly, most humbly, reduce the talk and the noise so we can take the message back to our communities, the message of hope. Why? You reduce it, they know, back for Mbana mo Ghana no medamu nyina se mo ati ase amayen na menhira mo pi. So next Jamamu anti ohu me pamocho please vuvuzela me pamocho why me pamocho medamu ase why meche mo t-shirt meche mo timunye di mame. Thank you. Next, we would have a presentation on environmental sustainability by Professor Esi Ewa. She's a full professor of environmental health and sanitation at KNUST. She's a former head of Department of Environment and Technology, and she has done a lot of training for a lot of engineers and environmental scientists in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her with a round of applause, Professor Esi Ewa.
Because without that, there will be no Ghana. And I will reiterate on some of the things that our ecosystem is groaning. It's crying for help because we have abused it. We have destroyed all our water bodies. There is no water. I went round and I've seen that the waters have been polluted, and we are taking it in indirectly. Where is the water that was used in preparing the kenke you bought, the ayeke you bought? Our research have shown that the vegetables we are consuming even have mercury in them. We are having deformed babies. Who cares? And unfortunately, there is a deaf ear on all that is happening to the present administration. My prayer is that we as women will stand up. Look, if there is no water, it's the woman who suffers. The woman has to make sure that there is water, but there is no water. And the surface water we are seeing is going underground. Don't think that your borehole is clean enough. I would like to take this opportunity to thank President Mahama. Honestly, I appreciate him so much to select a woman to be the vice president for the nation. We are very grateful to you. And I forgot to mention that Sister Naana is my mentor. She is the first female vice chancellor in Ghana. I am the second female vice chancellor in Ghana. And it was during President Mahama and Mills administration. The things we did are enormous, and I cannot count all of them. I will not say much because we are all aware. And if we sit down and do not speak against Galamsey now, there will be nothing. It is in the forest that we collect the medicines we are using. The local people are really suffering, and something must be done. As women, we have to stand up and speak against it. Galamsey, at least, as it is now, is a threat to gender and our children. It appears we have sold this nation and its sovereign wealth for dirty profits. Many of you don't know that Ghana is very rich. It's not gold only. We have all kinds of precious minerals, and if we manage them well, this country will be the richest on the planet. Do you see how shocked we are whenever we read that our forefathers gave gold to the white man? Now, 100 years from now, when we were given our gold for gunpowder, now we are giving our gold for dirty soil, for contaminated soil. We are acquiring ill health. We have people who do not care about the environment. This Galamsey must stop, and our mining communities must work again. They must become the focal points for building sustainable communities. They should be safe for our women. John Mahama and the NDC knows how important that is, and are willing to go to the full length to ensure that mining is done in a way that uplifts our communities and preserves our environment for ourselves and posterity, and not the way we are entering our reserves and destroying them. So, what is the NDC doing now? We must bear in mind that any fight won against Galamsey will be a great victory if we do not remove the bottlenecks of bureaucracy on mining licensing. The reason is simple. The current centralized licensing regime breeds corruption. So, the next John and Jane Opoku-Agyeman government will decentralize regulatory and licensing process for artisanal miners, implement a tree for life reforestation policy, and a blue water initiative. Also, John and Jane, their government will ensure that mining operations are not done in unapproved areas such as water bodies and forest reserves, and will make it compulsory for concession holders to rehabilitate areas negatively impacted by their mining activities. We are seeing that in all this, women should play a role. The administration of the NDC incoming will also further wage a war against the use of cocoa farms for galamsey and reclaim degraded cocoa farmlands. We must stand up against the government for the harm visited on us and our families. John and Jane will lead this fight for us, and we give them our unconditional support. We are very, very grateful, and we pray that God will anoint them for exploits to save our nation, Ghana. I want to thank you all very much for our attention. Let's stop galamsey right now.
Papa John Dramani Mahama ba yensa se eni yensu ensuano eni besa se kroje se sade na owa ba mu no na ensuo no eni tie sabre yemfa sembo eni dede yo enhia yeni ayade nyina parliamentary candidate for Obuasi West yeni ayade nyina Obapa Fosila Kenny Obapa Fosi Papa Fosi
the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Midinde Fostila Apia Kenny, candidate for Obuasi West and incoming MP for Obuasi West. And I may say, me Babekano, me Kasa Afa, and Ma Omuye Efum Njuma Ehu. And see, Yabeka Kasana Frafra. Ya kabrofo kakra ne adi tui na wo mu za Today I want to talk to you about an initiative that is not just a policy. I want to talk to you about empowerment innovation, and the future of agriculture. Said ya mekaya no ya babeka yemfuo mu nsem ehu. And I show you Ghana ha say ya yemfuo mu nsem atete apansam. Ya papa Nana Dubai ya waso obebua yen no ode aduane ato ye table so. And Nigerian and yehu ewo Ghana ha. Yemfuo sem nyina aye basa. Aduane mpo aye bedie kura eho aye den. Ye bre ewo Ghana ha. Emma titiru. Ye huna amane. Sa ade chenso a emma ni nyina hwe yen emma. Sa ye de aduane ebeto table so ama wo mo adie. Ye basa and I share agriculture niama ye di bre ye ewo ye mpesua so ye nkroma mete oboase enti mi won 9 villages and I say nkron kitua esemase say ye share fertilizer krampo ye di ma wo mo no sebie so sebie nyaado aye den ama wo mo yemfo mu niama esai akate atiesi ye nkoko so niama bebre na esai wo ye nkron kitua mu. Yet this government is say obwa efomufo ye bre metua mensamusomo then metua mensamusomo the agriculture in our nation. Let's dive into the numbers first. Did you know that the women constitute nearly 50% of the agricultural labor falls in Ghana? You also know that is us who produce nearly 70% of the food crops in the country. We are a diverse collective of ever resilient and questioning people that just want to build our homes, educate our children, change our lives, contribute meaningfully in society. And is this too much to ask? Where I didn't say your baby sir. It is surely isn't. The one most important factor we need in this quest is land. As I see I petty media juya niema ye numa ye enukrampo ye nya. Thus we have been deprived for the reason other than the fact that we were born women. Despite producing more than half of the food crops in Ghana, we own just 31% of agricultural land. We continue to be locked out of access to credits and inputs for farming. Yet, when food insecurity strikes, we are expected to make meal out of scorched crops. We were expected to keep our families fully fed. And what we did, the NPP and Bawumia do, they said they implement planting of food and jobs. I am pa. A common day. A common day. Yamra. Amayan su. Yapoya kitina yamra. Yet our agricultural sector continues to suffer. Food insecurity in the north is wiping the measure gains of small-scale farmers. Mostly women. In anything, the program has offended limited access to agriculture, credits and inputs, even in aligned the pockets of cronies with all gotten wealth stolen from our sweat. The painful truth is that our living standards haven't declined, almost half. That is 40% of women in our rural areas have become multi-dimensionally poor. In the face of this request injustice, the resolve of the Ghanaian woman remains stiller, our spirit and his heart unbroken. And our quest for growth and prosperity is our cause. Our dreams to own land, gain access to agricultural inputs, other important factors of production will never die. For we know deep down in our hearts that it is our sweat, blood, and toil that produce the bulk of the food crops cultivated and consumed in the country. So the voice of Ghanaians must be heard in all corridors of power, that our sweat will not be in vain, so that we can have an ample say in the decision that affects us. I am enthused and I am sure we have accomplished women all the tickets of our great party who understand the pride and struggles and embodies our aspirations. Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang, our incoming Vice President of Republic of Ghana, will be the voice of our struggling women, farmers, and fishfolks. With her, John Dramani Mahama, who will be fouled, so that lost years in the years of pain, lack, inequality, which have often chastised our patience in agriculture and more. Yet, NDC for yeba beye yemfo nyuma ni ye yedi bibia ba betomo pono so na monsa kanema mu hia a modi beye mu mfo yemfa niema ni nsie na yemma so ma meton emfa mamo te sade esesia NPP government aton ade mamo no ye NDC for yeba yedi fomu nyuma ni nyina no yedi bremo yo mo pono so yedon emfa mamo. Good news for you and for every female farmer or a fish folk across the length and breadth of this once great country. They will launch a Women in Agriculture initiative so that we too can have equal and equitable access to land for farming. With the initiative, John and Jane and the NDC expand access to land, the agricultural zone, and other financial support. Ya Papa John Dramani Mahama say, Oba beso ekuafo nyina asene. Na sika ye hia, enema ye hia no, ode amaye. Enu nti dia ye ka kire mu nyina ne se, December 7th, ema nyina ye ka ye humom, na ye sori wakasesie, ni enye jumaden, na ye fa NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and ye mami Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang, ye fa ne mbe power, ye ba power, ye form nyuma nyina, God bless you all. Yada si bebre sabre die edru ni so a oni ye eba beche ni timu pono eyezu John Dramani Mahama ensano nyuma woye no asansimem wo si market ejedie across Ashanti region. Sawuba, Tafu market, Ewaha, Aswasi market, Ewaha, Aswasi market, Ewaha, Aswasi Waha. Afe, dear Edwin Iswa, Oba Bakasano, Aye de Kajesia Dubai, Kajesia na John Dramani Mahama, Dene Sano, Edema Sansemai. Free so phase 2 of Kejesiano, Eda Susiwa, Anini Nisi Esiwa, Sabre, Yedi Samba, Yedi Bedayo, Edi Shia Yania Yanana,
Pokuya, Kejetia Central Market, Hima, no what in Anuja Ababe Dieso. Saboy! Yanya Dada Paisiana na Kwaisa Wabano.
Medamase Nananum ahema fo amowaha Yera Mahama Yemame Naana Jane Any NDC fo amochia mu waha Yemama kwaba ede ba asantemamu eye kumase ha Mebacho ye frame Nana Pokuya Ye Jadini, I was Central Kumase Market. Ami wo Dubai. Yera Mahama. Ye bejina ha, ya chaupa. Ena ejadi for ye dem mau. Ye pa wuchau. Before I want a chance ready ha. Yet the Nimune MPP abain. Ye nim NDC abain bia. Esan say, yes, almost 3 years. It's woman and not ya warm. Ye poo ye new and the power ya man at Santa Mai phone. Santemai. Now so Munsha the MPP abain at the year as Santemai. 80 year Mahama, yet the chopper, yet the Kotosre, as I was saying, Madia Chamuno and Chamunko. So ya kabia ewom ya kabia eyeye yensha yan kuma seman anase yensha eja yewra Mahama ne na aban abesisi ama kuma seman wanam yewra bajobon suso esi kejeti amaye na so fofia nto ata ene eto aba no editi ano yensha ni chem
Yɛtete abɔnten na ɛtɔn adeɛ wɔ abere a wɔn mu ni gya da ɛna abɛgye kegyeti a ɛtɔn adeɛ. Enti nea yɛka ne sɛ ɔmfa deɛ esi biara nto n'akyi na wɔnyɛ yɛ wɔ a wɔatu. Menyi nni sɛ NDC fo ahyia ama adwadifoɔ abɛgyina mu akasa seida. Nanso yɛni abere ɛsan sɛ yɛn nsa asi fam. Yɛma yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ɛne n'aban mo ate sɛ yɛyɛ adwadifoɔ yɛde yɛ support ɛbrɛ wɔn 100%. Yenim sɛ ɔteɛ no ɔbɛyɔ na wɔba yɛde srɛdeɛ baako ne sɛ yɛwura kwadwo bonsu wɔn ho na bɛtumi asisi edwa ahodoɔ ɛde ama mmaa enti yɛde srɛ ne sɛ ɔnsanfa ne mmra na wɔmɛboa adwadifoɔ papa mede nkra si wo so. Ni America ne sɛ wokɔ a ka kyerɛ yɛ maame lɔdi na sɛ na himafo a ɛwɔ dwom ɛsɛ yɛkyia no na afi yɛbɛto ɔyɛ ma ne nsa nsi fam da. Yɛtae n'akyi kutu na yɛbɛma ne ho sɛ
protection under the umbrella of John. Patayanto, under the umbrella of John. It gives us security, gives us protection under the umbrella of John. Eyezu akatamanso ehejobodo. On 7th December, me pacho ukoto abana umbrella non kwana yeshushe. Uhu umbrella na shushe handsome John Mahama. Pacho munka na mintie handsome John Mahama. Na modi mu vote no adi amano eyezu eza ukoju parliamentary ballot no so na wa shushe either your handsome parliamentary candidate or your beautiful parliamentary candidate. Uhuna, now I should say umbrella no. Obe should say day. More should say day. Colorful umbrella no. Red, white, black, and a day green. Uhuna now I day. Udu kokro motipa no. Ede atiso za eyezu eza. Na kenyesa elephant there they call him. Me ba mo show elephant there yet me the adwuma ma ne ye. Elephant there they call him. Elephant in the forest na wo so mo. Ye be pam mo nyina san ko forest ne so. Me ma me no me da mo ase baby aye dream. We have 2 more presentations before we wrap up. We will call on Professor Goski Alabi. She will speak to us on the Women Development Bank and economic empowerment. After her, we will listen to Afi Agbenyo, who will speak to us briefly about NDC social protection issues. Then we would hear from our mother, Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman. Please, let's welcome Professor Goski Alabi with a round of applause.
Yenjisu ya yebida yebesani ayebium endisia yebesani ayebium endisia ya yebida yebesani ayebium. Thank you very much. Our infatigable nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our President, our mother, the woman I call Big Sis, a woman of many firsts. We are thankful to God that the NDC gave you as a voice to the women of Ghana. Fellow women of Ghana, friends of the media, all protocols observed. I am very happy to be part of today's event because it is another milestone towards our journey of resetting Ghana, the resetting agenda of Ghana, and I am happy to be part of the Voice of Women agenda or initiative. The Voice of Women, the vow, is the vow of the NDC to the good women of Ghana. It is our vow to the women of Ghana. Today, as we gather in this room, what the NDC is saying is that we have not come with a mere promise, but we have come with a plan of action, a concrete but fluid plan of action. Because we understand the struggles of the Ghanaian women. We understand the needs, the expectations, the anticipations, and the aspirations of the good women of Ghana. And so we have come to say we have a package for you. But that package is a testament, because it is said that when somebody promises you something, ask his name. For us, our name is Yaya Bida. And as we heard from Nana Pokua, we have done it and we will do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, when I graduated from university in 1997, I was a young woman with a lot of hope and anticipation. I had written several letters and I was waiting for responses. But as I waited, as a girl, I knew that I couldn't be idle in waiting. So I wanted to start something as a typical woman. But the challenge was capital, money. Where was the money going to come from? Some people decided to introduce me to the local women who loan money, the lenders, for people who wanted to start their business. And when I got there, I was pleasantly surprised. There was the woman with the money by her side, a bottle of beer and a glass half filled with beer by her side. And she said to me, "Naula, what is your name?" I told her. "Who are your parents?" I told her. "Do you know the conditions for getting money from us?" She said, "Listen, number one, when we give you the money, every month you would pay us 10%. So at the time I wanted 10,000 Ghana cedis. If they give it to me, I would pay 1,000 cedis every month to them. Number two, when they give you the money, it means that it will be discounted by 10%. So if you asked for 10,000, they will bring 10,000 and in your presence take 1,000 off and give you 9,000, but you owe them 10,000. I listened to the conditions and I said to myself, this is not possible. I had to do something. But eventually, I got a group of women, NDC women, elderly women, coming to me to say that there was an initiative called the Business Assistance Fund Initiative at the time. It was the Business Assistance Fund that bailed me out as a young lady to start my business. We all know that when you have a brilliant idea but you do not have money, that idea cannot go far. And therefore the NDC has prepared for the women of Ghana the Women's Development Bank. This Women's Development Bank is more powerful than the Business Assistance Fund. It is a bank that will be dedicated to women's businesses, to empower women, because when we have money in our businesses, we would have money in our pockets and we can put food on the table for our families and be able to pay our children's school fees. So the Women's Development Bank is another of the first that the voices of women is bringing to the women of Ghana. So on the 7th December, I call on all women of Ghana. I call on the youth. I call on the women in universities. I call on the ladies who sell by the wayside. I call on the women who are working in the farms. I call on the professional women who want investments for their side businesses. I call on them to vote for the Women's Development Bank under the leadership of His Excellency and His able Professor Naana James. Nyamenye titiri kawanyeme waname kawanbi ye wadomo mene binena wankanya ke NDC akeka noko hembae nina kanyiye eti Women's Development Bank no jika bile she minyafo shikie ne kaya ake shika bawo ne nuchu mwami bona fe ni na nuchu mwe ayemu nye fe Ghana ye fe nye twa ni omanyaba ni wakadem pemo ape wakadem pemo ape wa Women's Development Bank
ɔne yɛn ɛba bɛdi yɛn dwuma no yɛto nsa afrɛ yɛne ayɛdeɛ nyinaa afi abɛnyɔ social welfare and family protection yɛmfa nsɛmbɔ nhyia ne kwaizu.
Mahama, Your Excellency, Bema Osi Adieyo, Yedawasi Bebre, Oba Kukudufo, Obinfo, Naana Opoku Ajiman, Yedawasi Bebre. Thank you very much, Dr. Hannah Bisu, for putting all of us together with your able deputies and all the women organizers. Yadamunyina Asi, Yamishra Mubebre. For all the phenomenal women, and Ma Kudufa Munyina Mwaba, Ayeshemu Aha, Jumedie, Ayababedi, Esipimu, Yadamunyina Asi. NDC Maya Bahaya Banaboko. Yasem Niseng. Yasem Nise, Emma. Ghana Maya Nyina Yehuhia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Na owon sempabi Emma Ghana Ma. Enunti na ye nyina yegyina ha. Yefre bibi say multi-dimensional poverty report. Ghana Statistical Report. Ghana Statistical Service. Eya omode eba Ghana. Eyen nkyerɛkyerɛmu a ɛkyerɛ sɛ Ghana foɔ no yɛn nyinaa yɛasetena mu te sɛn naano ɔmo de nkyerɛkyerɛmu yi baayɛ no ɔmo si sɛ wofa Ghana ebusua biara edu a 4 a ɛyɛ 9 yɛwɔ ohia buburo mu yɛntumi ntɔ aduane yɛho kyerɛ yɛn. And now we could jump so park or trade Diania. Uton tomatoes 200, Ochina Obekono, nay 250. And some way in a yera John Dramani Mahama. Because Ohiabubro Betsigana Madie. Not just Ohiabubro at Yenina, if it's a Ghana Mayani Yeshe, a Busuyaso. And see Ossidian. Osisi Ohiabubo to Ghana ma na nkwala nswe na mpanyinfo mu ni adwuma nswe. What do you think is their situation? Enunti ena sometimes unso bi wo ho awanyi oni adwuma yenti no na ye bo ne beyie ye na nanu manka sisi ye mo mu tena fie a mo ma ye nyansa me sister ka say Yawo fie na sasem ba yesi yekobisa abrewa enso hienti emrewa bebrewa ho a yekasa mo ye bayifo na nte saa enu hunti no ayakayaka dia ye de ye mrewa a ye fro mo ebi mo bo mo abayi no Yera Dramani Mahama se obetwa so no obetwa so obeye ne sen ni obeye ne se which comes in Krobi or Honoma Obehu say, Yabubo Edai Kakra, near the end and Nanoma Yasomuya Bay for, or Sisanya Mani na Subecha. A Subecha na say, a besi baby, a beb Buayan and Nanum, no Missua in San Juma, Nea Shom, some will run near Momo, Anumo Mundo, Yashom, some beba Cambo Media Grow, Ama or Mat Sitnemu, Ayasit Napa. And on a brofumuno, Yakaya say, we will transform alleged witchcrafts into viable community wellness centers. enti me kyerɛ mu obrofo mo amunti twi no na moate osanso say injanka ene omo ni bia nkwala obehu se no mo nam street so se kwan so besi omo sa kwala nkeso so ko school no na on ko school onenam kwan ho stress ade onya atare nhye sankwala ni nyina so no ye behye akwanya ebeboa wo na omo betimi akọ school omo so omo he aduane enya aduane eno no ya hro ne brofo mu say we will establish orphan and vulnerable child support schemes as a special vehicle to create a safe environment for children who are on the streets, children who have been trafficked, and internally displaced children. Bebesa mede asem baako esoka ho. Eya na efie bi wo ho a obanko a ne hwe akwala na ebi wo ho so amema nko a ba bebre na abo so ba baako ene hwe. Ebi wo ho so ana bema no onfa emoa emba ema ye mfa hwe akwala no. Eno ne se sakola ne hwe eda obaako so a eye din. Enti no brofo mu no ya hwe se eye vow ayeye magana for Emma especially and they say we will establish child maintenance service bureau which will support children who are living apart from their parents and make sure that the parent who is not living with the child is able to contribute significantly for the child's care. Epamucho akama semba no ehia ejadifo ehia yen ayepam niema ntare ehia yen ayeko ejom kodija ehia ye friend saying omko efom ehia yen nyina efise obehu se ye nsa no nyuma no ebi wo hanu ma ye be ye nsa no adwuma ne saa na ye nyi enso na ye ni sika ye de hwe ye ho obi wo hono ya be adwuma obon se na wie wa ye 60 wa reta informal sector. Ube who say obi wo honoma we wie oya ba adwumenti no. Onya 60 years. Na se opon adwuma ye ma no pension. Enso ye nsa no adwuma no ye nya pension. Eno na ye John Dramani Mahama say obia oye adwuma se wo ye nsa no adwuma na nsen emebo ni ye bibia ye friend content creators and influencers ye nyina ye wia ye nya ye pension na se wo ye nsa no adwuma esese ye nyina ye kase money wo yo se wa ye adwuma pa eno wonti na ye de money yo aba a special pension scheme ema ye nyina ye nsa no adwuma 27 December midin crab remo say ye nyina ye beji atunu say Ghana ma ye maame mo omo hwe o madwuma hwe no mo nya 60 years omo timiji omo pension say ye be ya ye nso meburu ye mbre enhwe ye maame musu bebre but eno ne say omodi omo pension kakra ne yeso de esika ba ene wo kwoto aba say unim baby a wo kwoto no wo kwoto aba wo hwehwe umbrella no na wo de wonsa esi ho nyame nhira mu nyina ma kukudu fo mo wo kuma ase asante mani nyina nyame nhira mu
eda se afia benyo moyene na de mbeba moyene na de mbeba medamo nyina se to call upstage to give us a call to action directly to His Excellency and Professor Jane. And ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Priscilla Abra and Yaba Nelly.
Nananom, Yamamenom,
come here.
2016. Me winning Ghana's most beautiful no. And my me quenya ma me ko ye kro nketwa ne so. Na wo hwe maba wa ene ya ma me no mo weni monyam. Na na ejuma eni ho. Eni ohienti aka omo ahye. John Dramani Mahama. Eni ya ma mi Jane say omo ba be ma ye ma. Omo ba ema yensa akoya no ama efie ajo. It is come 2024. December 7th. Yanto abano ama omo nama ema yenye biedi.
Professor Naana Opoku-Agyeman. In August 2015, at the Forum of Heads of Girls Senior High School, I was opportune to present a bouquet to you to officially welcome you to that event. I could recall with my trembling hands, I held this bouquet to give to you. I was so scared. And you asked me a question. You asked me what I wanted to become. I had dreams, yes, but I was unsure. My vision was unclear. I froze. You smiled. You looked at me and you told me that I could become whoever I wanted to be and that I could become a value for myself and to Mother Ghana. I have the privilege and the honor to stand here today, Professor. I am not where I want to be, but with your inspiration, I believe I am getting there. Just as you inspired me 2015, almost 10 years ago, I am standing here because of your inspiration. Anytime I feel unsure about myself, I remember the encouragement you give me, the inspiration, and I know there are thousands of young ladies who are going to be inspired by you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor of my life to introduce to the podium a woman who was the former head prefect of Wesley Girls High School with her name on the Compton Bridge, former head of department, former vice chancellor, former minister of education, former chancellor of the Women's University, and who holds many other prestigious portfolios. Ladies and gentlemen, young women of Ghana, please join me in welcoming our nation's next vice president, the incoming, Her Excellency, Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyeman.
Thank you all so much. And to the young girl who spoke, I don't exactly remember the occasion, but what I remember throughout my life is to tell girls that yes, they can do it. If only they apply themselves, if only they arrogate to themselves and their efforts the path towards achievement, everything is possible. Let me address everyone who is here, but let me in particular address our incoming president. And I'm addressing somebody who is truthful. I'm addressing a peacemaker. I'm addressing somebody who has this nation at heart. And above all, I'm addressing somebody who respects women. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have been here. So I want to call every woman in this room, with all respect, I want you to stand. All the women in this room, I want you to stand. Thank you very much. And I want you, and I want you to join me in thanking His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because he has respected women, because he's opened the door for us. Our business is to bring in many more women, and our responsibility is to ensure that he made the right decision. So I want to just clap, just applaud him. Boss, thank you very, very much. Member Munyina ha. Madam Asibebre, some way dia moya na mababeta yechi. Moya mana yefe. Na mo amosha maho kekane maho ofe ya. Na chasa NDC. Ya no aye nimia dada ana na ye kan se ebeye bia ka ho. Ye ba beye bia ka ho na se ne san. Ensama meka de de. Emma no mo edikan aba no. Wọ́n maka ni nyinaa wọ́n maka fa na me boss nso wa ha nti na me nkasa bebre me kasa kakra bi na anka me bi sa asem ema ye wodan mu ha afia beka women's banking ema ye wodan mu ha no ye musa ne ye woka eye yan ye dia mo ni bi no pray. Yo hono mate. Na ye musa ye tete ha sese no mo mutie yen. Ane ye kasa yen fa ye dan ho. Enkra tamra. Ah, sada na ye ya ye dia ye din wo so a. Oh. Sana asam na tie. It is our home. Le Japadian swear. Nina Yanibi Mate Namo said no China dear Bakum. I just a bank a cacracane see Honoa. Wokaya for Okaho and so for a brand new home crater. For down home crater brano. I just say I can't one. I Japadian Obi. Enti tired then. The other a full pon ayedo. And they adore a bro one pole. And you see a bremu kakra. You pesta crab up far up 4. No more quack or drama. Yabequay. You pesta kakra. Echo dijwa. Yabequay. Me obia honena. Me quota kakra na ben sumaton ojum. Yabequay. Yankwa ya papa hwa ana yabekwa wo fa ho na nanum kra no mehu na mani bebe bia ne na mo mu fie politicians in there o ma ye mobokra hospital odi ne na mo mu fie eti esu bi o ho ama yesu a yenko a ne nim sa su no ana ente sa na sa su yesu ache yesu sa su ya ache pa ebi ne san wo kwa ko bosia madam for gospel be kan ye wo ko iska na ode ma no ho no akwa ojibi unko di dwa no ho no a ojibi wo twabo ama obosumi bi afabra wan hwe ye nsi hu na esisika no ho no eso chen sabe miti ya medi gina yi sawa hu enti na e be dan enti sa suya ko so ache na wakɔfam obi sika na ne kɔ asɔre baako enwom bi obetu no wonim sɛ wanti no tu saa anwom no ana yɛnya saa ya so ne yɛ o enti na kyerɛ sɛ ohia no ama yɛ keka yɛ ho ana enti saa na afei no anka wɔfa deɛ da wokɔ a mewura bɛtena me nkyɛn ne adeɛ wɔfa mu wonya haircut enti mfa wo deɛ nkɔka ne ho enti nka bɛgyina apona no abɛsi sɛ me wɔfa ɔhwɛ ne phone so aso hu anya se wo fompa wasan bie wo ne aba ne se wo fa nso hu kyire no enti se sui wo ho wo kɔ asɔre kɔ na akɔto collection a enti wonya bia to collection o metu ameka meboa na ne nyina sa sui me kyire yesu bia so obi ante ana obi te yesu sa sui yesu na me ye kora wo ene say na yakoye ma no ho yakoye da yakoji sika be me so bi ko onya adwuma na adwuma egu ye yi na ji ne ho kire no na afi wase akono ase na ka pedanse onu so da subu enso so na de aba no nti me ko afi akro nti na nim nkire me yanka bi na afie na ebo enti sansuya kwaso achewo na hwan na obete sasu na hwan na obetu ho anamo jese wonya party a friend of National Democratic Congress jese wonya NDC na wonya NDC no so a jese wonya president Otemasu jese wonya president Obuma yes when your president or say Emma Moha on the same yet Tieko Susa Sunu on a nice one no akasa mate munim mo amunika mo amuni japade mo amuni edan kakraka no abrosan na tata sun enum no eyemo enti saade a yewura Mahama osesan osemaye mo nko a mo banka amamo maya mo nko a mo banka amamo sa bank no no ma sika sensi hukura na woso a eyensi hukuma bi ono wa hyehyɛ pa no watumi edi wudwa no what the business environment of Ghana say na woso hu baby a wugina na emomunya mfaso a de ayesre ne sɛ famfaso no fe bi hyɛ wudwa no na ye man so de jamu nim yesura de kakra ana ya kukuduro na baby a wa pese baba ba kyen eti ye de car ya na yetua na kakra enti ene da so sɛ busia na ye de be mana eda fom no ya nso be hwɛ so ne etua ebedu baabi no na business na nka ewo fom no na epeja emu peja ebedu baabi no na wan so so eja wa ye o madam ketewa bi na otu baabi na on pewe na apede won pewe na apede enti asam no ni tieti awa no me say de emrebia ne eda fom no efi say yewura John Dramani Mahama wati ase say ma ye ne ehwefie ana ye gya hwe ye da so hwe emufra yare edada hwan so anopa wo pedemu betima kasa woni de na wo ban so so obehwe no ye busuafo sabe nyame buam no mokọ mo mpani so a hwan no hwe ema na na hwe ma na ntesa enti opese ye gina ye na ye nso ya sade a esesa ye se nipa ya won ya to abusuam ye nso ya ama ni di aba fere bi anim enti asamba kwa me timu kakra me nsa me ma na abakan bebe ani me nuanom wo ma abakan ne bebe na ebi nso so ho a ene den adan kra na ye no why are we NDC? Why do we join this party? Yeah party no Yet, sister, yes, she says, Sabiaduasa, only be on Usobenya Kakra. Yet, here, Sunday, baby, a Sabi, a bino on a manco school now, Muddin Crawford Manco School, ain't it, dear? Ain't it, a dear bay? One goes to just on your Ghanaian. I just on your Busiani. I just on Sheffield. I just on Shamofra. Sakas and a free, Yanni and Yasakas and be. Yes, you'll be Amra. We are theatre, we are Tintino, Wolf, Deo, yes, a bra. Yea, Joe, be a nothing near better, baby, I will see. It's your partner, NDC. We are founded on the principles of social democracy. You can't certain timber for Kakanoa, a cancer. A cancer, yes, so be a bedi. And until near 1 year, John Dramani Mahama, Scabbard in some of the dying. ODC schools are now and see. Hospitals no see. Quite no, now harbors no way. Harbors in the Akameka Wansam Kakra. Ministry of Transport, not a mammy and mammy and Bakune Miame by Joyce Bauer. And a Bakune Mrs. Jifa, Yamia Afren, and mammy and one more yalan, Aya Lulu, no more ya pine, na harbor womu brim, no more again a mammy and you are mine. And no chile say, Sama, no more NDC. One more NDC, I say. It's no more cool, more yes, Jumano. It's my best say, but once a mamma. Obia Monsa Mamma. So, as a social democratic party, we look at the vulnerable, the disadvantaged, the misrepresented, and sometimes the disrespected too, not because they've done something wrong, but some feel they are better. Nobody is better than another person. You can be better tomorrow than you are today. That's all it takes. And you need an environment that allows you to do that. And you know, we share no my no. They share obi oto ande. E dan mi share girl bi ne nenam. Na is Gina Kakra lorry station. Oso nkatia wona pempem. Na mbisa ne senti. So wo pesa okoto nkatia. Sika sen na obehia. O se o ma menya 500 a. Commit me media share 500 o. Na anka yenhwe e ma e won important ma omo so mo nya 500 anka omo de baby bi se ma hu nti na ho na yeni hwe e fi se so pesa o ma no pagya wo asha se wono na wo de shafe na yenyina aja ye pagya nkakra na yenya asomdwe a asomdwe bebe fie asomdwe na ye ka na fifie o efifie ansa na epu abonten na abomanum enti ese enu nti na ye John Dramani Mahama se sika no bedu ni sama e bosi o e de yo o de ya de so bia so schools no si na NDC nkwadan kwa na komu universities no yankwa ya ma na komu enti sa o ya ma no so bia so ada yare NDC fo na yare eboye enso covid ba ye hu de si ye hospital na yese na ensi na de ben enso mo ko de dem ma ne yeye wo mo room numbers nyina ye wo na emre so e be ka wo asama kire wo. So we look at artisanal workers, the unemployed, and then the here kese any emma na wo mo nya adwuma no 24-hour economy no me say nyina ya te ase enti me nka ne bebre ne ameka ne say eye asama ye nyina ye kwa abonten de ya te wo ha ne nyina mesre na ye de esi entoma ye toma na no ye de bia sha ye bag mu na ye kwa ye nso ye kokyerɛkyerɛ mu de enti a NDC no eye party ese woto abama no enti be da ma say obi wo ha say de afia baba kan extreme poverty na the dada poverty net say the dada poverty net say na afia akoye extreme na ka say e say dey da form kra na ne nyina so hyehyɛ na ma ne dikan ye dey ye tadi first e wo no ma bi mu a ebi wo ho ana enya papa saa no enti e say enya ban e say ye reset the country na enya gobi obi amfa nhyɛ ne tirim ejumaden na ye beye na NDC me jimudi mu behu ye mu nim ye dada na titiwa ma no
ye pia ya support them make a member and say member na e de e member no way e member no ha mo obi amubeyo ete yasam de mo nya hwe ete e besre obi amra no ma meboa yen na yenti menya baby a obi a ebenya somje se de me kan no na mom nanka ne titru ema no yen kura na yenwumi ayetu yesi development is our goal and I can say development e bi ni say development na ma na ye bre o ema na ye bre e bi ni say e bi ni nsuo ana ensuo ni fi ahwa na konsuo ampa ye na konsuo ana anya sa enti se ekotena ho sa no na se yen soso sabe kakra ye mofra dwun ye de kama ema no ho a na nka ye koye nim samati ase enti emma na ye ka emma no ye ni mema ni ntokwa bia ye ni mema no ni ntokwa bia entokwa ye wo a sese ye nyina ye ka ye hu bom ene se ye Ghana no ye betinitini no na ehu aba mfaso ama obia efise school some say ye kan ye beka na ebi ni san enya kwa say ye wura John Agri 1936 no kan sa asami ansa na gender ni ade akura na oye num eba we kura na obi akwanwe no ho say ebe wo ni sisi so ho na ka sa wotiti oba wotiti oman ni senti wo ho enu nti ye sha se wo emma no mu no enu nti ne ni ekọ emma no so ese se de ye hu no ye na ehwefie efie no so se obi aka ho ana mema na nka ho efie no mema no nka ho wo mo ka ho ye da mo ase ya mo de mo tolerate ensa na nkakra ye bedu bebi a ye ko efa ne empo muden Dr. Grace Ayenso abekasa na sa chiefs compound sin yesisi wie ya munim say ye fa ne ye empo musem no a ema na do so titru ana meboa a wo me ye nurses time ye no mu di nkomo bi wo mante ase ba nye hwe ye no ma ye kira de ne sa na tie ya wo ka na ba ko obi ti ase obi nso ebe che kakra osese de obi aba obi amra obi amia ne ntomam obi a emeto aba no emba yewura a ye nim se oka oye a ye nim se waye bida a ye nim se o magina ha medidi mbeke kansem bi anya fe onte sa obu obia odi obuo ma obia ne entoma ye pieces no so na onya dodo wa parliament na ye kan pieces a ma o ha mo so na me hwe mo me ma no titru afe no mo ko parliament no eno mo parliament dada na e pese wo mo tina ho no me koto mesre ya mo awom mo me yenso mu ye no mo nante no mo ba ya ye be hwe na ha no munim NDC de oje nkoda no so hu me ya no ma nante kwan bi su fefefe ebedu ho no edu ba bi eseme o sa kofa nkoda eno mo kasa kra na obi afere ana meboa eye nkakra enti me ma no sana me from me shamu nkran me mo bia ba mungo me mo bia en give up de tie bia wo de yire ho me amenim samu ye adwuma ya make an samu fa kakra nka ho vote no ese Mahama onya no kese ese onya no kese ana mo nya mo na menya adwuma ho enti da mo ha edi no ya jana mebwa mona me ya je na ansa na metna ase no me be kireche bibi mu kakra me ko bebia yese maami odende me nso me se atu na maami odende fo no mo hifa no mo pesa ma bi odende oba ben no mo bebo ana oh how the mentini mo pesa me ba on me ba chere bibi kitwa bi eno ne say ma bi odende nanim eni ballot paper no so mo me nyina yenti ase enko ho nko hwehwe ma mi odende nhume wo pesa ma mi odende ba je se we vote ma Yewura John Dramani Mahama esi as I say here baby ya card no wo baby ya boto aba no yankɔhwɛ hɔ baako emre no so ayanyira kwan ne nyina yankotuma Yewura John Dramani Mahama ya tuma John Dramani Mahama na peace no so a me meka ho ya tuma omo a na nka Yewura John na ekoi Yewura John na ekoi ena me ba for sin so na ekoi ena me market nkiti nyina omo so no omo koi Yewura John de nim so okoye pese ye pe MPs no so dodo omo so omne ne kwa ho na ma mi odende ne ho beba mfa so sama hu na eja omo ko sa fefefe na ma mi odende mi so so afi na me hwe ma boso e na me hwe mi duku na mi so so mi de omachi na mi so mi de omachi na ye hwe se no ma no e ko san ehwe se bibia ye be hye no ma no ye che fanisen ebusu afọ makasa che me de baba campaign bi o ashanti ha enti ho edu ho ye be di nkomo bebre enti me da ma se bebre nyame nshiro bia
applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our incoming history maker. History is coming. Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman. At the end of the program, everybody must want the God of John Dramani Mahama. When you pray for the God of John Dramani Mahama. Ask me why. Since we started our campaign, many people, celebrities, artists, ordinary Ghanaian men and women have all come out to apologize to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for not voting for him because of the negative propaganda the Osunu party engaged in. I have one such apology today for Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The Fulani community and the Association of Fulani Ladies, they say to tell His Excellency that they have a message of apology for him, and that they have tasted salt and sugar, and they know that John Mahama meant them well. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome a representative of Fulani Ladies, Hajia Aura Jallo.
Salamu alaikum. Salamu alaikum. Yanzongo kuna nanga. Kulana kuna nanga. All protocol observed. His Excellency. Ina sai nanga ne yau. Mubaka hankuri. Kayafe muna kafa muna kasa. 2016 Allah ya from 2012 to 2016 Allah ya bamu aljanna. She muka ce aljannan da Allah ya bamu nan bamu so she ya bamu wuta. Mun samma da dan uwan mu take cikin MPP muka vote mata mu Fulanawa mun samu kwanciyar hankali da zaman lafiya cikin Ghana. Amma da muka gudu muka je muka bisu me suka yi muna walakanci. Shi yasa muna saye nan gane on behalf of all Fulanis in Ghana mu fadi maka His Excellency ka yi hankuri ka yafe muna mun yi kuskuri. Kuskuri sosai da muka vote against in 2016 da 2020 amma Allah ya bude muna ido mun ga kaman ba irinka Allah ya ba mu kai ne ka zo ka save mu amma mun yi kuskuri muna nan ga mu ba ka hankuri ka yafe muna kuma muna son mu ashonka 2024 ga ba Fulani da ke cikin Ghana ga da bai vote maka 99% of us are going to vote for NDC. Mun gode sosai. Salamu alaikum.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We know that the Fulani community will do the needful because to do the right thing can never be wrong. The right thing to do this year is to vote massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because he has shown commitment. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before I invite the man of the moment to come upstage, I want to ask you, if you are on a journey, Assalamu alaikum, hold on, peace, hello, please, if you are on a journey that is full of corruption, deception, state capture, clannish behavior, nepotism, and you need 2 drivers to take you onto that journey. Ladies and gentlemen, will you follow who knows road? Will you follow who knows road? Or you will follow an apprentice who got the engine? An apprentice who collapsed the engine? Or the experienced driver who knows road? And so, the NDC is giving Ghana that experienced driver. The man who knows road, who understands governance, who has paid his dues to Ghanaians as an assemblyman, a member of parliament, a minister of state, a vice president, a president chapter 1, an incoming president chapter 2. Ladies, let us not replace our gold with dust. And so, without further ado, let's rise up. Let us welcome with love His Excellency, the President of Ghana,
Okay, let's get started. Excellency, soon to be first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Naana, our women's organizer Hannah Bisio, our executives of the Ashanti region, my friend and colleague, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, MP for Asawase, Betty Mo Idrisu, our beautiful Queen Ladders and market traders. I want to acknowledge all of you and thank you very much for joining us for this historic summit labeled Voice of Women, which is a summit organized to give an extract of what the NDC administration that is coming into office on 25th January 2020, on 7th January 2025 intends to do for women. I want to begin by thanking the women's wing of the party for organizing this summit and for launching this call to action. This is a bold step towards a future where women lead at the highest levels of politics and are economically empowered and have access to education and good health care to be able to thrive. Women play a most critical role in our society, and the NDC's Resetting Ghana Manifesto, which was launched on 24th August 2024, recognizes this. We have made clear in both policy and practice that our Ghanaian women are not just beneficiaries of development, but they are also architects of development. For us, the NDC, our mission is simple. Ghanaian women matter. Ghanaian women are our partners in development. And our party has put forward proposals to ensure that women sit at the table of national decision making, side by side with our men. This is not an empty promise. I've already shown the commitment to do this through the nomination of a female running mate, a symbol of our inclusive and gender balanced party and government. And I'm deeply honored to have a woman of immense integrity as my running mate, and God willing, she will be the next Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Professor Naana will, by the grace of God, inshallah, on 7th January 2025, be sworn in as Ghana's first female vice president. The NDC believes strongly that this is long overdue at this time of our democracy for us to have a truly inclusive and gender-balanced government. Despite women's significant contribution to our nation's development, gender inequality remains pervasive, particularly in the informal sector, where women form the greater majority of stakeholders. This is an important sector that contributes nearly 30% to GDP. This situation has exacerbated poverty amongst women, as highlighted by the 2020 census, which indicates that out of the 7.3 million poor people in this country, the majority, which is almost 3.8 million, are women. In fact, nearly 54% of unemployed people in Ghana are women. Why should poverty have a female face in Ghana? With 1.44 million women classified as extremely poor and living on less than $1.90 a day. Why should poverty have any face at all? These numbers should not just shock us, they should spur us to action. These statistics tell a painful story, because behind each number in the statistic is a woman, perhaps a mother or a sister or our daughter, who works tirelessly every day but still goes to bed hungry and poor. They are the backbone of our communities, and yet they bear the heaviest burden of inequality. This must change. Our Resetting Ghana Manifesto offers bold solutions to address these challenges, and first and foremost will be the challenge of job creation, because as I told you, the majority of unemployed people in Ghana are women. And that is why we believe that with our 24-hour economy policy, when NDC comes into office, we'll create more jobs which will ultimately benefit more women. Ladies and gentlemen, we want a Ghana where economic empowerment is not a privilege but a right. We must empower our women if our nation is to make progress. We note the passage of the Affirmative Action Act, and we intend to fully implement it when NDC comes into office. We'll increase women's representation in parliament, in district assemblies, and in leadership roles across all sectors. We will do this not only because it is the right thing to do, but also Ghana needs the best of its human resource to come on board. By operationalizing the Affirmative Action Act of 2024, we will ensure that women hold at least 30% of political appointments in 2025. Nancy and Chebia, Mrasha Benjum, Omo approval Mrebia, your friend of Affirmative Action Act. Our president didn't start to us here. Nasa Affirmative Action Act, you know. Say appointments, political appointments, I was say by 2025, fair by. I will say Emma Inya at least 30% of those appointments. emrano esan kyerɛ sɛ saa 30% here yɛde bɛhyɛ ase 2025 no yɛbɛduru 2028 ɛwɔ sɛ ɛduru 35%. Nti ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛgyina 30%. By 2028 ɛwɔ sɛ ɛduru 35%. And by 2030 I was say a year 50% of appointments must go to women. Emrano so say I was say the number of Emma our security services, they say police. We must increase the number of women in the police service and other security services. We must also increase the number of women in all public institutions, such as Parliament, the executive, and also the private sector. Private sector also can. Enti ayadea yaban fufro eba aye NDC aban sa emra ye de be ejuma papa. Emra bi so wo ho a eda ho ache a kyerɛ sɛ parliament enya nhwɛ na NDC aban ba ade a yɛbɛbɔ mmɔden sɛ ne bɛyɛ a parliament ɛbɛpasse saa mmara no baako ɛyɛ property rights of spouses bill a kyerɛ sɛ ɔbaa sɛ wokɔ awareɛ mu a mmara bi wɔ hɔ a ɛbɔ wo ho ban ɛwɔ awareɛ no mu in case sɛ biribi si a say woko aware mu a woni be abeye baako a mobɔ mobra enti sɛ kɔba sɛ monya adan anase efuo anase bibi na bibi si a wo a woyɛ ɔbaa na woka aware no ho japade a mo nyinaa mo ayɛ adwuma enya no wo so wo ɛkyɛfa ɛwɔ saa japade no mu enti me nkoba sɛ woni be ma abobra ewie na one day wakonhu oba foforo no aka sɛ ɔmpɛ obiom na sesa onioma kɔ ọba foforo ọsịsị sa onioma akọ emra no bọ ho ban ekyerɛ sɛ japade a mumienu mo bɔ bra enya ayɛ no wo so wo kyɛfa ɛwɔ mu afenso yɛ ɔbaako a yɛfrɛ no domestic workers bill ɛno ɛyɛ mmra ebo omo a sebi meka se omo ye abawa omo ye adwuma te se abawa ewo obi fie domestic workers enti ebia ukofa obi se ombeboa o na hwe wo ma na omo a ensiesie fie no emra bia ni ho a ebo saa nipa no ho ban enti to de bia wo hwe se nea yesi jojo san kwada yi majority of them ma wo hwe senya ye omo ye mo mu aduane ndi ye bro omo oyare a yemfa no ko hospital ezu sa emre ebebo omoho ban se ne be ya nia abrofo friend no abuse of domestic workers no eto ebetwa ebi se emra no ebeda ho se oye abofra ne sei oni oye adwuma no wan ma na aduane endi ana se wo bro no upra no oyare wan fa na nko hospital a emra da ho a eche se aban na wo betwen se wan hwe akoda ne yie also a friend of Interstate Succession Amendment Bill. Interstate Succession Law, Rawlings Abreso and your passe. Na ya juma check. Na yehu se a coin be at the moa. I was yes Samrano. Into and also amendment, train say a beko parliament. Na NDC abain bar. There is some amendment no beko parliament. Send a bear. You bet me de a branda ye juma. Na sa emrano ezu sa emrano echese mpacho bubuzela ko no munya botre kakra sa emrano echese se uwaware mu na ukunu ewu na wenja krata echre senia yencheche na japade a emrepi no be hu se busian beba be pam oba na frifie no no ma fa japade ni na it is interstate succession law Rawlings Abreso no mo pass here e chere se obi wu na wenja krata senia o chere senia ye be cheche na japade a on be chemu MC num menkai senia eye but sa amendment no ye pese ye ma emra ne ye adwuma yie enti ano so ye de be ko parliament se ne be ya e be bo ye ma me ho bai ezu say omo kasa no omo aka nyoma ni bebre enti mebobo baku mienu bi so na echese ye de aba ewiye na titru nia ebeboa emma ebi say emma ene ye enwuma keten ukodwoma emma na ton ade so opese udi wache ana banku ana diehu ana se kokonte ana se gobe in 100% of cases emma and eton woko kantamanto ana sa aboso kan ana o costo akoton tade san juma ni bebre eyema ejuma na sania Jane na no poku kan no eto de bia omu hia bosia ketwe bi ye be ka se kofa o kabra kofa o danbra omunya mpo amba ka se kofa ukunu ne woma ebesi awowa na maso na wo boa omo a omunya kakra ewo adwuma mu a omo de bafie emema de you can guarantee say sika ne bebafie and so emane de omunya omo kakra omo de beba beto eduane ama omo ma ama omo kunu anya bi edi na ene se oba hia bosia kakra e dia hye ne dwuma mu a agye sɛ ɔkɔ susu ni ho anaasɛ ɔkɔ savings and loans company almost so deɛ every month ɔmbɛgye wobɛyɛ 6% anaa 7%. Eti wobɛhwɛ a na mfaso a ɛwɔ sɛ wonya no na ne nyinaa akɔtua interest no mmerɛ pii no etimi ba ne sɛ wontimi ntua mpo na yɛabɛdwoodwoo ade a wode kɔsi ahohoa no ne agye sɛ yɛwɔ kaa yɛbɛgye sɛ yɛwɔ dan a yɛbɛtɔn biribi a wode bɛkɔ akɔgyina sɛ wode agye bosua no na yɛatɔn. Enti na yɛadwen ho NDC ɛne ɛsi daabi ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyi bank a ɛhwɛ ɛma adwuma sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛtumi aboa ɛma no na ɔmo apagya ɔmo adwuma no small and medium enterprises so that ɔmo nso mbɛnya mfaso because ɛma ɛyɛ yie a ɔman no nyinaa na ɛyɛ yie. Enti bank yi ɛyɛ mo dea. Enti abra the manifesto no true dwa yeah the 120-day policy by your program for 120 days now Women's Development Bank na ka ho within 120 days yeah but shall say with the licensing of the Women's Development Bank now seed money bank the besha say a year juma which will be equivalent of CD equivalent of $20 million. Yebe yisas sikano ato ho say na be ya bank ne sha say na juma na ye de say sikam dan ama omo na omo start e de ye omo juma. Bibi so a friend ejuma wura e che se nyame ambo obi a se wo koye ejuma ma obi nyame bo ye se ebi nso etimi bie omo ejuma efa nipa wo ejuma num enti ya mabunu de bebre ma e wo ho a omunya emo akakra ombetimi bie omo ejuma na omo afa nipa e wo ejuma num enti enu ye friend ejuma wura na eno every year ye hwe se emabunu 10,000 yebeboa omo se pano ena opese oto a opese oye baker yebeboa o ne phone no ene esam ene sika yebeba behwe na ya yese adwuma na ma so e bakery a yebehwe na ya bakery no phone no na obetoto pa no no esam na ode betoto pa no no ene osika dwetre kakra ye de behwe onsa na yenya osa wa hye adwuma ne ase ewie no bosom sia bia omom yesa adwuma no adwuma wura fa omhwe so no ombeba behwe se na wadwuma ni seko na omo se bibia che a na omatene no bosom nsia bia ombeba behwe se na wadwuma ni seko kopem emfie num samre no yenim se wagina wanan so na eche se yeja wadwuma na mawo Enti wa opesa wo ye se se poultry farm ye de nkuko bo no beba na ye de amawo na ya mawo nkuko ba no na eduane ombedi no ye de be mawo na also wa start a poultry farm eza ye ma memo a omo ye dwadifo omo kasaye no omuka modern boa NDC aban aye ene edwa a yesisi e wo Ghana ha nyina na ade a yebekoso aye enti wo hwe manifesto no mu a ye obibi a friend market enhancement program e che se yebehwe Ghana ha nyina ne ahwe bebia edwa etimi dipa enso omuni te say yensi ejom ewo ho na yesi jom ana yesi edwa ama omo se na be ya eho be ya kama na ye maame ne enuaba no etimi anya bebi a eya kondo se nipa be ba beto ade wo ho enti bebi a omote abonten ana se duase a omudi omudwa no ye be ba befa ho ne esi edwa wo ho kama na omotimi ayo omodwuma yesi edwan wia ye pese ye making sure say ade a refer no primary owner of stores no eya ema na omudi dwa no emre pi no ne esi ne say yesi edwom yesi edwa ubehu na ebinu a omunye dwadifo ana say memma mpo etimi koje stores no na omo rent ama no enti ye pese ye making sure say why this store no be ma ono we are oba udi dwa I just say ubetimi use sa store no so you be a free screening for cervical cancer and breast cancer. Enti Emma bebia Emma eye dwuma bia te se edwom ana se bebia Emma wo omo stores ni ade ye de mobile clinic ebeba besi ho ni afrɛ mo baako enti wo mu a ye be hwa onofo ezu eza ebi se na say breast cancer ekum ye ma ni bi bebre ye ma memo ni enuamba no breast cancer ekum omo bebre enti bebi a ema eye edwuma bia ye the mobile clinic ne beba be si ho enti wure mu a ye be hwa onofo ni a making sure say cancer nim na cervical cancer e be ka ne say eno de mitibika o chika so eza cancer bi wo ho a eko ema na awodie mu no ye ne friend cervical cancer enti wure mu a ye be hwe onofo na ya hwe wawodie no se cancer bi eni ho eno ye be no afibia o se obaa bia eye sa check no se na be ya ye be bom nyina mo ho ban so said Dr. Yensu Bekasai no Oka Pediatric Hospital and now me know say specialist hospital I share and Koda Ewo Accra Central Business District say St. Dean Children's Hospital St. Louis Children's Hospital and Abibisa and no kwa and a hospital I just say enkwada yare ni ade omutimi ehwe enkwada yare enti yakase yebesi hospital a 500 bed hospital eno enkwada yare nkwa eno omohwe na hospital no ezu na hospital no ebe wo hostel se na be ya mamefo na omode omuma beba ho no obada hospital no oso benya bebi ada wo ho se na be ya obetimi ahwe oba na saa hospital no so ye be won ya friend of fertility center wo ho e ma bebre wo ho a enye omufum so but omunya awo saa na nyame ye no enso afi abefo technology bi aba a yetimi boa ema oba anka ontimi wo no obetimi awo enti saa hospital no mu ye be wo fertility center enti oba ontimi wo obekọ ho no ma hwew se no no mbema wo se enfidie bi eno mo de be ye wo senya ye ne sese sa private ones wo ho but Monya abutre mabe ye sa fertility centers ni bi wo ho a emma omuntimi wo omukọ ho a omuboa omo etimi nya omoma ense ho no ne board din dodo enti ye be ye aban de se ne be ya eso bete a obetimi akọ na ya boa na wetimi awo ba Medase. After so maternity leave, labor law no, emra ehwe ejuma yeso labor law. Ye be sesa emra no, se na be ya maternity leave a emra no kire se wo se ye ma emma no omo wo wi a NDC ye ba ye de bosom ba ko ebeka ho se ne be ya ebe ye bosom 9 instead of bosom miensa ebi say ye nim say wo abofra edru bosom 9 e na o sha ase say odi eduane a enye your friend saying milk your friend weaning. You start weaning the child at the 4-month stage. Nebedu say, Edru say, Mame no bema abofrano eduane a eye eyi kakra a enye milk no. Ubehuna emrena so say onsanko ejuma. Enti ye de bosom ba ko beka ho. Se ne be ya abofrano be sha ase didi eduane kakra akra ata na omame no akọ. Asa ko ejuma. Ezu nyoma mienu pe amebo so na eche se me de aba ewie me ka se me ka ni na ade be sha e wo ha ni e ka ho ene se o ma mi na nya 4 months maternity leave no obema no so wo yire awo no wo benya paternity leave paternity leave no eno wo yire awo a ohia se wo betra ne nchen na waboa na hwe akwada no na wotwe baako 1 week ye be ma okwan se kotena wo yire nchen na boa no hwe abofra no so emema sa paternity leave no e was say woman evidence say oba ne ye oyire enye say won puna bi ewo a na waka say wo de paternity leave apart na check we come awarefo a waware no enye side chick say side chick akowo na wo je paternity leave akoje no ansana paternity leave no ubenya no wo de abofra no birth certificate beba oba ni din da so wo so din da so na enim se eye wo yire ansana de koma yenuanom musulmi ene kristofo ezu ohawa ebi no fam se ebia oye muslim now ye nurse ni now ye teacher ni now oye ejuma bi I just say Ghana constitution say we have freedom of religion and the freedom to express our religion. Na emprepi you know etesi ewo ye Muslim emano eche Christian because we are Catholic for also Catholic emma omu ye nuns ebi mu ye adwuma hospital na okọ hospital o share ne Catholic you know okata niti okoye adwuma wo hospital maintain say ebi esida say ombeka say ontimi ndresses emma hospital but then praying you know ye nuamba no a omoye Muslims no so omo share omo hijab no na omo ka say omo de ko adwuma ne aka say debi ye mpene ma wo share sa hijab no na constitution mo eka se obia emintia se wo ye ade a kire se me ye mesumnie but ye be ye de emra beto so I kire se will make it a law that you cannot discriminate against a person who is wearing their religious what their religion prescribes them to wear. So ye Christo new say we Muslim say uko susum sorio atade a kire say we sa sumni no ubetimi ahye akọ adwuma ubetimi ahye akọ bebi a ope bia ezu we de me de mekasa baba wiye e be say senia enoma mebobo sui eye minua emma ne me ba me mode no mekasa me koso a em se mu fi han ne eti we de metwa so ha na madamu nyina ase yemma hemamo ejodifo amobaye obia biara obaye nyame hiramu nyame kamo ho na nyame mbɔ mo ho ban le tatuo kra ezu le tatuo kra yo mate mesramo ne twa kra mesramo emprempi no yekoto aba nipa bebre omo abato kra ta no esei ebi se omunim aba no to na me pesa me ka kyerɛ mu nyinaa NDC for Ashanti region bia say Electoral Commission emra no ema kwan say wunnim abatuo yi a wotumi de obi ka wo ho ekoto aba no enti say wunnim say na obeto aba na instead of say obekwa akotim na akosai no wotumi de wo ba ana webuhye ni bi eka wo ho no akɔboa wo no ato aba no afi ye pese abato krata na esai no ye pese ekofom ebi say emre bi yetimi to aba na abato krata esai ye no etimi ba third position MPP ni NDC etwemwa the next largest vote is spoiled ballot afi empesa spoiled ballot no doso enti me pacho moko bebi a monka kire ye maame mo ene ye nkokura mo ai chese aida se ni enhu ade yi ana bibi ebi obekwa koto aba no asai no onfa ne ba ana ne buhye ni bi enka ne ho na wutumi ene ne kowura ho no akire wo se ne obeto aba no medamo ase na meka mo ho
Manifesto, the first of its kind, so you can see jubilation all over. It all started over the weekend with a busy schedule when John Dramani Mahama was at Sekwa in the Tyne constituency. From there he came to Sekendi. He's in Kumasi today for the launch here at the Great Hall of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. From here he's going back to Accra, and the schedule I have here is that John Mahama will have conversations with the Christian community, and after the greetings with the Christian community, he will begin the tour of Northeast and Savannah region. So that's how we bring you the live coverage, and we wrap up for the day. Let's meet again anytime John Mahama is out there campaigning.